looking in the mirror. Do I look good? I got my extra bands on. I got my other shoes on. We need more dogs.
And welcome back to the latest and greatest episode of the Shaving Points podcast. My name is Jayton May, joined as always by my co-host Quentin Crisco. And the Texas Rangers are your World Series champions.
Aren't Rangers from New York?
No. No.
Okay.
Not accurate.
So no. Oh, the Texas Baseball Rangers.
Absolutely.
Okay.
The first time in their long history. We didn't have to wait 108 years, but it seemed like it, and it seemed like it to me after that 2011 loss.
Yeah, I mean that's a long time to wait. Like I always say, like losing a championship makes it so much harder. Like it's like that is just it's brutal to lose a championship game.
Especially when all Nelson Cruz had to do is catch the ball.
Yep. It's always something in baseball.
Like, oh man. So yeah, it's been a whirlwind of the past couple of days. But we did it. We did it, Joe. Here we are.
In all its glory.
Josh Young, World Series champion.
About time a Red Raider did it.
Yes, sir.
About dang time.
Whoo, man. All right, coming off a high here. So, NFL, Cowboys are good now, or are the Rams bad?
Rams are bad.
Okay, I agree.
Not like bad, but like they, like I said last week, I bet against the Rams. I was like, you just saw against the Steelers what a team that had some pretty decent talent did to them. They're hurting a little right now. Like I think the Rams were in for a bit of a wake up call, and the Cowboys gave it to them.
I agree 100%. So last night, Raiders just said, we getting rid of everybody. Fired everybody. Fired Jimmy G. Fired Josh McDaniels. Looking at that roster and looking at the other jobs that are going to be available, it's going to be Washington, maybe the Chargers, Raiders. What other jobs are coming open for sure?
Bears
got them picks, boy. So out of those four teams,
there's going to be a line outside Soldier Field to interview for the Bears. Like that's going to be the most popular job in football.
You think over the Chargers?
Yeah, I do. I think there's there has to be reputation at some point around Herbert. Like, and any coach who goes there is going to say like, we're excited to get this caliber quarterback, and they probably are. But like the ability for whoever gets the Bears head coaching job, possibly GM job, if that opens up, to create whatever you want from scratch without any bad contracts on the books. Like that
is a lot of money. You got a lot of money. You got picks. Your division is the weakest it's been in years.
Like if they're getting Drake May or Caleb Williams, like that becomes the most attractive job by far, I think.
So Carolina winning kind of hurt you a little bit. Bears got a win with Tyler Badgett 2 weeks ago. Carolina got their win, and now it could be a nightmare scenario if you and Carolina pick up a couple more wins.
Yeah, I hope not. I mean, next week, Thursday Night Football, Chicago Bears travel to the Carolinas.
Yeah.
That's going to be the game of the century because the ramifications are huge.
Watch, they're going to tie that game, and they're going to end up with like the 5th and 6th pick.
Because that's worst case scenario, man. If they tie, it's like that's got to get them the 1. But like, that'd be awful. But you want to get into these picks for this week?
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll get into the picks, and then at the end of the podcast, we will go over all of the model. And you can find the model at shaving-points.com. Subscribe for free to the website. You'll get everything sent to you. You'll get the picks, any additional ads that we have, or anything like that. You'll get the model each and every single week. College basketball starting soon, so you'll get the model for college basketball in about a month or so. Would you say mid-December?
Yeah, mid-December. Like it usually, I don't start putting it out till at least the early December, just because I need some data before
Yeah.
I can really do anything with it. So like I might put out some testers before mid-December, but mid-December is when I'll really get rolling with it.
So yeah, you can go to the website shaving-points.com where all your wildest dreams will come true. And maybe there'll be some sweet memorabilia and stuff up there here pretty soon that we can show off and you can purchase as well. Support the boys, support the homies, go over there, subscribe. But we will get in to the week 9 slate, one of the big time slate this weekend. I feel like we're going to find out a lot about where teams stand this week.
Yeah.
Just starting out here, I guess we'll just go straight to. I don't have the list, but we'll start with the Titans and Steelers.
So it's up on the screen.
Okay, we got Titans Steelers kicking us off this week. Will Levis looked incredible. Does Will Levis look great, or is DeAndre Hopkins still just DeAndre Hopkins?
Who'd they play last week? I'm drawing a blank on it. Who was it? Falcons. So that is a pretty good defense. I mean, so D-Hop, like, he was cooking guys. Like, if you watch those long touchdowns, D-Hop absolutely cooked guys twice. I don't remember the third one. Or the second one. I remember the first touchdown and the third touchdown. And both of them were just like, how on earth is he this open? And you go back and look at his route and you're like, oh, I see how he baited the safety and got like 5 feet of space there. Like, that's sick. So like Falcons are a pretty good defense, but Thursday night, so prime time, going into what is formerly known as Heinz Field. I don't know what it's called anymore, but it used to be Heinz Field. To face a nasty defensive line that the Steelers have. Keanu Benton is an absolute glass eater. Like, animal. Yeah. TJ Watt, we all know him. Defense player of the year, I think twice now. And then they're getting Cam Hayward back this week. Like, I think this D-line is going to be eating. They're going to be facing a rookie quarterback in primetime in his second career game, first career start. I got Steelers minus 2.5. And that doesn't even account for Maserati Mitch being in there. Come on now.
So is Mitch starting this game?
I believe so. I thought Kenny was out. I am not sure on that. I don't really care who the Steelers quarterback is. I just love this Steelers D-line at home against a rookie quarterback in his second game.
I was going to take the Steelers here, but instead I'm taking over 37.5. I think with the addition of Will Levis, I think that Titans team is going to be fired up, but I also think he's a rookie. I think we could see a defensive score in this game. Defensive score is always good for the over in this scenario. But with D-Hop playing the way he is and Will Levis slinging it, I could see him having going 17 for 28, 2 touchdowns, 190 to 250 yards, but also throwing a couple of picks. And then on top of that, you got Maserati Mitch on the other side. I definitely think we can get some points in this game. So I'm going off the short week. Not a whole lot of film on Levis, not a whole lot of film, and that Air Canada offense for Maserati Mitch. I'm taking over 37.5.
I can see that happening. Yeah, I mean, I could see it. I think Levis is going to have a rough game, if I'm being honest here. I mean, but D-Hop, like the Steelers, and something we said in the preseason, like in the division breakdown, something I said about the Steelers was, I think this secondary is going to take some time to really gel because it's so many new faces, including a rookie in Joey Porter Jr. Like, I thought they were going to take a few weeks to just get their feet under them, and that's kind of what we've seen happen. So you got D-Hop going against a secondary that hasn't fully found their footing yet. I think they have talent. Maybe this is the week they find some footing. But, I mean, D-Hop looks like prime D-Hop last week, which is, if that's where he's at, I think an over is a solid play.
And this is kind of the time of the year where the Titans just start winning games too. Like it just seems like every year where they haven't been playing great. Then all of a sudden, Mike Vrabel, Tractor Cito. I mean, things just start happening for them. They start winning games they shouldn't, and then you look up a couple of weeks later, and you're like, "How are they 8-4?" Like,
it's every year. It's like clockwork. I mean, I still like Steelers in this one, even though it is that time of year. But like Mike Vrabel, I can't explain how he does it. He just does it. It like don't make no sense.
Yeah, and then like Tomlin's the same way too. So it's like, what happens with like a movable object in forest or something like that when that happens?
Yeah,
you never know. All right,
but moving on. Go ahead.
Moving on across the pond, going out to Germany for 8:30 Central kickoff. We have
is it 8:30 Central?
I think so.
Oh boy, it's gonna be an early morning for me on the East Coast.
Yeah, 8:30 Central, so 7:30 for you. That's not too bad. You're up at 7:30.
Up at 6:30 to make sure I can go get my pregame meal. You know,
I got to. Yeah, hit up the Waffle House they have there in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I haven't seen one of those here yet, but I'll find something.
Build one. Should make one. All right, so we had Dolphins Chiefs. Chiefs very underwhelming performance last week. They reported before the game that Patrick Mahomes had the flu, so I will concur with the report that he had the flu. Not a great game overall for them. Dolphins just keep rolling. But I do love this Chiefs defense. Chiefs defense has been nasty all year. Their offense really hasn't been clicking. I mean, they have some of the worst receivers in the league. They lead the league in drops. Travis Kelce is incredible, obviously. Pacheco's kind of starting to get going a little bit, but they need somebody to step up. But I don't think this is the week for it. Going over to Germany, all that travel and everything. Really, really high total. Give me under 50.5 here.
Ooh, I didn't realize it was that high. I like that. So I've got KC in this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pick 'em. I would probably take KC.
Yeah. I got it at 1.5 and like 1.5 to KC, so or 1.5 to Miami, so KC minus 1.5.
Okay,
but like I just think you're basically giving me the pick 'em on KC. No. I'm not going to not take that. Like it just that's a clear bet to me when I see KC near a pick 'em.
And if you like KC in this game, they're not going to win a shootout. So I think if you like KC in this game, the under is a pretty safe bet as well.
Yeah. And I like KC coming off a really underwhelming game and Miami coming off a win. Like I think there's a lot to like there of as far as the way the matchup, the way that stuff's gonna kind of work out there. But let's see here. Sorry, I was gonna show a comment and then I realized it was a bot, so I didn't show it.
No, I just saw the same thing.
Next up, this one's mine.
Rams
at
Gross.
Packers. I don't even know who's starting this game for the Rams at quarterback. They just signed someone. I don't know. I'm really not too worried about it because they still got Sean McVay. And Sean McVay is still a witch. No matter what anyone tells you, Sean McVay's a witch. They were embarrassed against the Cowboys last week. I think they were going to come up with a great game plan, offensively and defensively, to A, score enough points, and B, not let a Jordan Love-led offense score enough points. I think it's as simple as that. I think they're going to get outcoached, outplayed.
Brett Rippon seems to be starting.
Oh, Brett Rippon? His uncle won a Super Bowl, I think. So it's in his blood.
I think that's correct. And it's Sean McVay offense. He makes it easy.
Yeah. Like I like the Rams +3 here. This is the type of game where I bet against the Rams most of the time. And Sean McVay just continues to be a witch, and I don't understand it. So I'm just leaning into the dark magic and saying, yeah, Rams are going to cover this.
I liked it a lot. Rams cover that for sure. And the Packers are very, very bad.
They are.
Hopefully they're not so bad. Hopefully they're not so bad that they lose out from here because that could be a problem. But
Yeah, like
need to
I
go-
wouldn't. I don't know if I'd take Rams money line here, but like at 3, I like the nice round number, so I get the push. If it doesn't, like I really think that's going to be a weird score.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be one of those games.
We need to will the Packers to like 3 more victories.
Yeah, we do. All right. Next up here, I'll let you take it.
All right, boys. Cowboys, Eagles. Here we are again. This is the first time we've seen these two teams match up with these current rosters. So last year, first game, Dak was out. Second game, Jalen was out. So we haven't really seen the iteration of these two teams yet. But however, Dak owns the NFC East. Dak absolutely owns the Eagles, owns the foreskin Commanders, owns the Giants. He doesn't lose in the division. I think his division record's something outlandish, like 48-9 total since he's started in Dallas. Cowboys going to Philly, going to the Link. I got 3 units on this. Give me Cowboys +3. Philly's all right. I think they're extremely overrated. Cowboys show up in division games. I think this is a Cowboys win. I'll probably take them on the money line here. Cowboys win these games. They don't win games outside the division. They don't win big games in the playoffs. They win division games. And that's just facts. So,
I mean,
give me Cowboys +3 in the spot.
if I'm being honest, I've had the Eagles have been due for a loss. Like
Lost
they've
to the
been just
Jets.
like they've been walking that. Oh wait, they did lose to the Jets. That one already happened. Rewind.
Yeah.
Ignore what I said. I had written down here Dallas money line ? If Jay likes it, take it.
I like
So
it.
I'm taking Dallas money line. I mean,
Yeah, no.
I'm just trusting the Cowboys expert I've got on the show with me because I liked it enough to like strongly consider it. And I was like, just if Jay takes it, I'll take it. So I'm taking it. Cowboys money line.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm a very Cowboys realist when it comes to the Cowboys. I love Cowboys in division games because Dak doesn't lose division games.
Yeah,
Talked
I mean,
about
if
this
you
in the
if you
offseason.
think about last year, like the first game was Cooper Rush, right? And they
Yeah,
played
and they
that
almost
like
won.
pretty much the Eagles played keep away all game. Like they just 3 yards
Cooper
to
Rush
climb
had a
and dodge
chance
the
to-
football.
Cooper Rush had a chance to win it at the end. We had a 10-point lead in that game.
Yeah. And then the second game, it was against Gardner Minshew. But I mean, how'd that game go? I was in an airport. I remember watching. I don't remember how it
Cowboys
finished.
got an early lead and then kind of let off, and then Minshew kind of led somewhat of a comeback, but they were never really in it.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Like it felt
I
like
think
a more
Cowboys were up
fair
like 17.
representation of what it should be.
Yeah, Cowboys were up by like 17 in the late third. Eagles brought it into within 3, I think, but it never really felt that close. They brought it into 3 with like a minute 53 left, and then the game was over at that point. But yeah, it was never really that close. It didn't matter for the Cowboys. It didn't matter for the 49ers. Cowboys were playing their starters just because they had so many people coming back from injury. But I think Cowboys had already locked up their spot. I think they were the 5 seed. I think that was already locked up, and the Eagles had already locked up the 1. So it didn't matter for anything.
Okay, then yeah, I mean, regardless, like I said, I like Cowboys here. I just think there's great value at +3. Well, I think they're one of the most talented teams in the NFL. Like it almost goes along the lines of the Chiefs without being the Chiefs. Of like if you're giving me +3, I'm really going to consider that money line.
And you watch some of these passes that Jalen Hurts has been throwing, like he threw in the Commanders game, that the Commanders couldn't take advantage of. Like that's Drum Bland pick 6. That's Stephon Gilmore pick. That's how you get yourself in a bad situation that the Commanders just could not take advantage of. That you do that against a defense like the Cowboys, and they'll eat you alive.
You gotta beat AJ Brown with the football, though. That's the tough part.
You got to get
that boy
AJ Brown the
is
football.
going No, I mean he is just going up there and dunking on dudes
Yeah.
to get the ball.
Yeah, what
Like,
is it? Nine straight games with over 125 yards. One of the
I think it's 150. It's ludicrous.
yeah. I know he just broke the record. Yeah, AJ Brown, absolutely ridiculous. Looking back on that trade, it's like I don't understand how these receivers sometimes go for so little, go for so much, and then like I mean, y'all could have got AJ Brown instead of Claypool for just a little bit more.
Yeah, hey, I would have been there for it, man. I loved that trade for the Eagles when it happened. I was sitting here pounding the table like that is a steal. They just got an outstanding receiver for a first round pick. You pray, you drop to your knees and pray that your first round pick receiver becomes AJ Brown. Like that was a monster deal from Howard.
I said the same thing about the Cowboys when they got Amari Cooper and then made their run and had one of their best seasons in a long time. It was like we're a winning organization, and we ended up with the 23rd pick that year, and I think Calvin Ridley went 24, and at the time Calvin Ridley was like 7 months younger than, or I guess he would still be, but 7 months younger than Amari Cooper, and it's like so we got Amari Cooper at 23, and the best receiver in the draft was Calvin Ridley, who went 24, and they're the same age. Like,
yeah. All right. Next up here, we are looking at the Kirk Cousins-less Vikings going to Atlanta. And
we were on Kirk Cousins MVP watch too.
We were. It's sad. So basically, where I'm sitting at with this, Vikings just went out and got Josh Dobbs. I forget who even came into play for Kirk last week after he was hurt, but I would assume. I mean, I don't know. It's like they just got Dobbs.
Dobbs is a rocket scientist.
Yesterday?
I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, but like, can you just throw him out there in your offense?
He did it last year.
Yeah, I guess he did. I mean, I don't know. Did he have experience in that offense last year?
No. I mean, they talk about Josh Dobbs like he could pick up a playbook in less than 24 hours.
Okay, so maybe he'll be fine with the playbook, but he's still Josh Dobbs. He's still limited. He's still like outside.
No Justin Jefferson.
It became a real trend with
but he's got
Cardinals here that like
Cardinals offensive line is great.
Yeah. Well, and it became a real trend with the Cardinals with Josh Dobbs at quarterback. They could put up points in scripted drives, but outside of those drives, they really struggled. And like, I think you're going to see the same thing here. I think you're going to see the wild man, Taylor Heineke at quarterback for the Falcons. I've been wondering when they were going to give this guy some chances because like he can go out there and sling it. He might make some mistakes, but he's going to sling it too.
It was crazy they waited so long to pull the trigger on Heineke. I mean, Ritter has not been good, but
no.
Yeah, so I mean, Dobbs better weapons than he had in Arizona, but worse O-line with no running game. And so it's like, can he get his weapons the ball, or was the small amount of his success that he had was because James Conner was running the ball fantastically and they had a great O-line?
Well, also, so the Vikings traded Ezra Cleveland, their left guard, I think. So you have a change on their offensive line now. But one interesting thing here will be if Kevin O'Connell is able to lean into Josh Dobbs as a runner, that could open up the Vikings run game a little more than it has.
He's definitely more mobile than Kirk Cousins.
I'm not sure how much you can do that in less than a week. So for all
I really thought they should have went and got Jameis, honestly. Like, we haven't seen Jameis play in 2 years, but I mean, he's a guy who put up.
We haven't seen him for 2 years, man.
Last time we saw him, he put up 5,000 yards and 30 touchdowns.
Yeah,
5,000 yards, 30 touchdowns.
And the last time we saw him, he kind of sucked because that was 2 times ago that we saw him when he did that.
Well, that was the last time he was full-time starter, I guess.
Yeah. But I like Falcons, Falcons -4.5 here. I think the Vikings are going to struggle to move the football in this game, struggle to score points. There's
You think
chemistry
they're gonna?
all over the board with the new quarterback versus the receivers, tight ends. Like, I just think this is a game where the Falcons, coming off an ugly loss to Tennessee, are going to get right a little bit, and a lot of stuff is working against the Vikings here.
You think the Titans watched that game with the Raiders and Lions, and they're like, "How in the fuck are they getting that rookie the ball so much?" Like,
Yeah.
were they sitting there like, "Why can't we give Bijan that many touches?" And then not even realizing they have control over it.
Yeah, that's that sounds like an Arthur Smith special. like,
So, it's
well, and
we've had,
it's weird with Bijan because they have Algier, they have Cordero, they like that.
It was a weird
always the
pick to
weird
begin
thing with them
with.
picking them.
Yeah, and I mean, Detroit was. I mean, they forced Ben Johnson's hand to give Jahmyr Gibbs touches whenever they lost David Montgomery. But
Well, hold up. If you're asking me, I think it has a lot more to do with Dan Campbell than Ben Johnson. But
okay,
Dan Campbell
Ben Campbell.
waxes. Ben Campbell. Dan Campbell waxes poetic about David Montgomery because he runs hard and he hurts people. Like, that is a Dan Campbell move to me.
Well, Jahmyr Gibbs looked incredible in that game, and I think the Falcons were just sitting there like, "Are we allowed to do that?" Because if they do, if all of a sudden they're like, "Oh wait, we could have got possibly an All-Pro defensive tackle in this spot, but we took a running back. Like, maybe we should use him since they've had one of the worst quarterbacks in the league all year, and they're like, let's give it to our third-round pick last year instead of fourth overall Kyle Pitts, seventh overall Bijan Robinson, what was it, 12th overall Drake London.
I think it was fifth.
Yeah. It's like, so we have 3 skill positions that we took in the top 5 or the top 10, and we're going to give it to our third round running back last year. And
Algier was a fourth or a fifth, even. Like,
was he that? I thought he was third. No, Ritter was their third, wasn't he?
Yeah, Ritter was third.
Yeah, they just love their late round draft picks from last year. They're like, we don't need all these high draft picks. We have Desmond Ritter and Tyler Algier, boy. But yeah, I mean, I really hope they get Bijan rolling here. But even so, I mean, I like the Falcons in this spot, mainly because the better defense and so many weapons on offense. Eventually, they gotta have a breakout game. Somebody does.
I mean, Brian Flores has had the Vikings defense rolling. He's doing some awesome stuff on the back end, but like, you can only cover for talent for so long, and I feel like there's a breaking point coming there with their defense of like, that is something's got to give at some point here.
No, I agree 100%. But yeah, I like the Falcons as well in that. I don't have it, but if I did, that would be the side I'd be on.
All right, and this next one's all you.
All right, we got Bills at Bengals. The game that never happened last year, and then it happened in the playoffs, and the Bengals dominated. I feel like the Bengals just kind of have the Bills' number. Bengals are finally starting to get healthy. Joe Burrow's looking a lot better from his calf injury. Give me the Bengals -2 here at home versus the Bills. I think they get it done. Bills have been kind of up and down throughout the season. They went and picked up another corner. But yeah, I like Joey B in this game. I think they get that run game going finally. Jamar Chase is going to get involved. Tyler Boyd doing his thing. Is Higgins coming back soon?
Higgins is back. He had 5 catches last week.
Okay, so Higgins back. Yeah. I like the Bengals in this game. I just feel like they show up in big games. And Sunday night game, Joe Burrow, Joe Cool. He's kind of been. He got written off at the beginning of the season, started playing well, but like nobody talks about the fact that he's playing well. Everybody's just talking about the fact that did Joey B lose it? He didn't lose it. He's still that dude. Give me Bengals -2 here.
So I stared at this because I wanted to take Bengals. I wanted to. And where I ended up is I always put out a same game parlay for most Sunday night footballs games. I'm just going to leave this for the same game parlay, make sure to go follow the Twitter account at shaving_points PTS_pod. And you'll find my same game parlay there, like probably 30 minutes to an hour before kickoff. But I like the Bengals here. I wanted to take the Bengals. I think Josh Allen is dealing with some right shoulder issues right now. That is interesting. And really, the Bills need some secondary help. Like they just went and traded for Roswell Douglas. Their secondary is kind of struggling right now. The Bengals are not a team you want to be playing when your secondary is struggling, right?
No, not at all.
Not at all. I will say for my same game parlay, one thing, or I might just bet this independently because I don't like using anytime touchdown on same game parlays. But I like T. Higgins anytime touchdown score. I bet it last week. It didn't happen. The opportunities were there. I really like it. Like he's going to get one here. Really, it's a contract year for the guy. It's a contract year, and he has not had opportunities. They are getting him opportunities.
T. Higgins, Marvin Harrison Jr., DJ Moore, Caleb Williams.
It's a dream.
Or Ben
Drake
Johnson.
May. Or Drake May.
Trevion Henderson in the second round.
There we go.
All right. Not Drake May. He can't beat Virginia.
Brugler just put out his big board. Drake May was number 1. Interesting. I haven't watched them both yet. I'm actively avoiding like sitting down and trying to break down their film and analyze it because like I want to wait till the season ends so I can pick games that make the most sense to watch from. But like,
if the Bears take Drake May over Caleb Williams, it'll be worse than the Mitch Trubisky deal because at least the Mitch Trubisky deal, they had reasons to doubt Watson and Mahomes. So that's all I got to say about that.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of the scouting community who really seems to think Drake May is it, which is interesting. And like I said, I don't have an opinion yet. I will. Just wait a few months, but not yet. I'm not putting myself through it yet. Not till I know the Bears have a chance at one of them.
The only way the Bears should take Drake May is if they already have Caleb Williams. And just take both.
The good old RG3 Kirk Cousins strategy.
But 1 and 2.
All right.
First and fourth.
Back to NFL bets. Seahawks at Ravens.
Love this game. Didn't take it.
I'm on the Ravens. 5.5 point spread. Ravens minus 5.5. Seahawks have kind of been kicking ass, and they just got a really good defensive tackle from the Giants, Leonard Williams, I believe it is. And
USC guy.
Yeah, I think that they are some bona fide ass kickers. But you know what? The opponents they've been beaten lately aren't ass kickers. And the Ravens have kicked some ass kickers that have kicked the ass of some fellow ass kickers this year. I think the Ravens are just the Seahawks haven't seen a defense like this. They haven't had to stop an offense like this. I think the Ravens going back to the offseason shows with the division previews. I was really high on the Ravens coming into this year. I thought they were going to win this division. I still am. I still think that they might be the best team in football. And I think they're going to, it'll be a close game through a lot of it, but it's going to come down to Geno, putting it on Geno's back. And at that point, I don't trust it to be within a touchdown.
Yeah, I was going to say, I like the Ravens. If I were to put a future on a Super Bowl winner right now, I'd probably take the Ravens. I just think they do everything well, and I was really surprised they didn't go get a running back. Like, I don't know if they didn't kick the tires on some of these guys, like a Tyler Algier, or like, not saying they should have went and got Derrick Henry, but I mean, there's running backs out there that in a 2-3 running back system, like even a Kenneth Walker or a Zach Charbonnet on the team they're playing this week, or, but I mean.
Deontay Foreman, he was available.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Deontay Foreman would look great as a Raven.
Yeah, and he can hang out with Roquan. But Yeah, I like the Ravens. Like I said, if you were to force me to pick a team right now, I would say Ravens Cowboys Super Bowl. That would be electric.
a fun one. That would be absolutely electric. All right, moving on. I have the next one as well.
Oh my
This
god,
one's a
you took
sicko.
this game?
This is sicko. This is sick. Bears at Saints. Give me the under 41. The Saints had that long under streak. Tyson Bagent, he's fine as a backup, but he's a backup. He really sucked last week.
Is he fine
I
as a
don't
backup?
think it's getting better. I think he is.
He won an NFL game on a pretty bad team.
That's what I'm saying. I think he's fine as backup, but like he also looked awful against the Chargers.
Yeah.
So I think the Bears are going to really struggle to score points here. This is a good Saints defense. I mean, I could see the Saints scoring 20 something and just riding it out and just, keep it on the ground, keep the clock running. Maybe Bajan throws a pick six there still, but I mean, I really get the vibe this is going to be like a 20-10, like 25-10 game.
This game
total at 41.
This game's going to be 17-3.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the reason I say 10 is I think that like a pick six is incoming, but
for the Bears?
Or no, I'm sorry, that goes the other way. You're right. Yeah, give me like 24-3.
24, yeah, 20. I'm fine with 24-3. That sounds right. I mean, DJ Moore is really the only threat they have to worry about.
Yeah.
From the Bears side. I'm not saying DJ Moore can't do that, but when your only weapon is a receiver catching the ball from a Division II quarterback named Tyler Bagent? Tyson? Yeah,
like
exactly.
Tyson Chicken Bagent.
Exactly. What point proven. So yeah, I will be surprised if the Bears score a touchdown.
Yeah. So under 41, I just thought 41 was high when you're seeing totals in the 30s right now.
No. The only thing about that is that the Saints have the potential to score that much. Only concern.
So they do. One of the reasons I'm not that concerned with that is Derek Carr still has that. He still has the elbow stuff going on. They're not going to make him throw 40 passes if they don't need him to.
But he only has to throw 3 passes to Rashid Shaheed for 3 times for 186 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, so 21 plus a pick six, 28-3.
Well, then he's going to throw a couple of slants to slant boy Michael Thomas and slant boy Chris Olave.
Yeah,
so
that's how they get to like the 50, and then it's 50-yard bombs to Shaheed.
Okay. I like it either way.
So next one, last one for me, Colts at Panthers. Bryce Young coming off first victory of his young career. Rookie quarterbacks tend to let off the gas a little bit after that first win. So I think that's happening here. I think the Magic Man, Gardner Minshew's going into the Carolinas, gonna take care of business, put that headband on, strap the hair back, and take him to the woodshed a little bit. I think Indy -2.5 is a safe bet here. Really, the Colts aren't an awful team. They're just not good enough to beat good teams.
Jonathan Taylor's playing well now. Michael Pittman's playing well. Defense is playing all right. Yeah, I mean, it sucks they lost Anthony Richardson. This team's gonna be so much fun next year. But yeah, it could be good for them because they're gonna lose more games than they probably should because of that. Maybe bolster that roster a little bit more.
But
Shane Steichen's been really good for them.
Yeah, I see the Colts helping the Bears draft capital out in this game, and just getting them one step closer to that number 1 overall pick.
Hell yeah! So that's what you got for NFL. Should we do a tier list now?
Yep. Sure, let's do it. Let me get the screen up. Wait. Yes, I understand. I am sharing my screen with the public. Thank you for the warning.
All right. So, World Series champions, the Texas Rangers.
That They them boys.
They them boys. We had it doing it for Dick team. Who was it?
It was the Bears when they were doing it for Dick, and then they stopped.
No,
doing it
no.
for Dick.
I said it on Sunday when we were talking. Anyway, so world champs, obviously the Rangers. So we're missing a tier here. All right, we can put Kansas City's world champs right now.
Yeah, they're the champs right now.
Yeah. Then, so we can do close but no Super Bowl. But these teams could win a Super Bowl. That's where we're missing a tier.
What's the tier? I have to recreate this every week, so I don't.
Contenders.
Yeah, that's
doing it for
what-
Dick. We just do it for Dick team.
Okay, I gotta zoom this thing out more then. Can you still read that?
Let's see here. We got May / Caleb Watch. The rest. We can take Kirk's cousin out since he's gone.
Okay, yeah, I like that new rule. If we institute a new category, one's got to go.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because we got doing it for Dick. These are the teams that are going to go try to win a Super Bowl for Dick. And we'll get rid of Kirk's cousins.
Let's just make that purple to make it easy.
Perfect. Get rid of Kirk Cousins. We can get rid of the thought they had a good QB, but they don't.
No, I think we're good.
Okay. So doing it for Dick, we have the Ravens, we have the Lions, we have the Cowboys.
Ooh, the Cowboys are doing it for Dick now.
They're doing it for Dick. Big
like
time
it.
win. They got a big game this weekend. Philly.
You know the Eagles are doing it for Dick.
Absolutely. Let's throw Bengals in here
Man.
and Bills.
So who's close
We're gonna-
but no Super Bowl if these guys are all doing it for Dick?
Miami,
Okay.
49ers.
Don't they belong here?
No, because I don't think they have good QB anymore. They done figured it out.
Oh, okay. So I see. It's not they're not confused anymore.
Yeah. They don't think Brett Purdy is the answer anymore. But he's still good enough to win. This can be the Jaguars here.
Okay.
So
So wait. If that's this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 teams, so we can only we only got 4 more playoff teams left for the playoff
Yeah.
teams category.
this can be Saints, Bucks.
Saints and Bucks.
Yep. Falcons.
And the Falcons.
One of them's gonna make it. These are potential playoff teams. Don't
Yeah.
get twisted.
So who else
Um,
here is a potential playoff team? Like
Seahawks.
Browns? Oh yeah,
Browns,
Seahawks are. Yeah. You know what? I think Seahawks are close, but no Super Bowl now.
We can do that.
Like with the
They're
Leonard
leading
Williams
the division
pickup
right now.
is big. Like that's big.
And they're leading that division.
Yeah. Browns
We'll
got to
put the
go,
Browns
go playoffs,
playoff
right?
teams. Yeah, their division's too hard, but they could make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Let's put. All right, we'll go to Pukaluduka. This could be the New York Jets,
Texans, right?
Texans, or Pukaluduka.
Okay.
We got
Jets.
to knock the Texans down a tier after losing to the Panthers.
Yeah. And then
Steelers.
Yeah.
Steelers are Pukaluduka for sure. I think that'll be it for that tier. All right, next
Yeah.
tier. Thought they had a good QB, but they actually don't. This is going to be your sorry Charger fan. This is going to be your Chargers this week.
even though Justin Herbert put up a awesome stat
We get-
line, it was the Bears.
It was the Bears. Let's see. Let's do Mac Jones in
Patriots? Yeah.
here. Yeah. Broncos. Even
They're
though
not
they just had a
Caleb?
big win.
They're not Caleb Watch?
No, they just won a game against the
Oh,
Chiefs.
yeah. Okay. You're right.
They get promoted, but they still don't have a quarterback. That's just all right. So, and then it might be it. Okay, so the rest Raiders, they won some games early in the year. They're out of
Yeah,
Caleb
they've won
Watch.
too many games.
Vikings,
Yeah. Where they got
Titans,
3, 4
Colts.
wins? 3?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Titans and Colts
Yeah,
here.
they're not Caleb. Let's go ahead
Um,
and just get the Panthers and the not Caleb Watch getting out of the way.
yeah, absolutely.
Washington's got to be the rest.
Yeah, they're gonna win too many games.
What about the Rams? Where did the Rams
I think
go?
they're sneaking into Caleb Watch.
You think so?
What are
Where they
at,
got 2 wins? 2 or
Yeah.
3?
I think 2. Let me double check. I know they beat the Seahawks, and then they beat who? The Cardinals.
Yeah.
They're 3 and 5.
Okay, so they got 3.
I think that's Caleb Watch.
Okay. So, but the Raiders, I feel like the Raiders belong in there more than the Rams then.
Raiders have good O-line. They have a defensive player of the year candidate. Well, I guess the Rams do too. But I mean, they have a young QB.
The Raiders are
O'Connell.
starting Aiden O'Connell the rest of the year. Like
That could be good for him, though.
Good for the future, not good for now.
Yeah. Who put the Raiders in Caleb Watch?
I think the Raiders go in there now.
Okay.
I think the Rams go up to the rest.
You think the Rams win more games than the Raiders on the stretch?
Yeah. Dude, the Raiders are not like they are. It's not good.
Okay. So Giants. Are we putting Green Bay and Caleb Watch now?
They're
bad.
They got
One of the worst teams in the league. Okay. Bears and Cardinals.
Bears go right
So,
in front of that.
Nightmare scenario. Cardinals, Raiders, Giants, then Panthers, Bears. No, actually, Green Bay, Raiders, Giants, then Panthers, Bears.
That's the
all-time bad.
Yeah. At that point, I told you before, I'll tell you again, Chicago's going to adore JJ McCarthy.
It'd be like Harbaugh all over again.
He's like the prodigal son of Chicago. He will be.
Don't tell yourself that.
Oh no! I'm not sitting here convincing myself he'll be good. I'm just saying he's going to be adored.
He'll be accepted.
Yeah. Oh, he'll be loved. You kidding me? Chicago kid from a Catholic high school, like, say he's going to love him until he sucks.
Okay. But all right, that's your tiers for this week. We have the world champions. We have the Texas Rangers and Kansas City Chiefs, both led by Texas Tech. Wreck 'em. Next up, we have Doing It for Dick. We have the Ravens. We have the Lions. We have the Cowboys. We have the Eagles. We have the Bengals. We have the Bills. A lot to figure out there. It'll happen this week for most of those teams. Close but no Super Bowl. Dolphins are right on the fringe. Dolphins can move up a tier this week.
Yeah.
49ers are closer to moving down than they are moving up anytime soon. And we have the Jaguars and Seahawks here, playoffs. We have Saints, Bucks, Falcons, Browns. We have Puka Laduka, Texans, Jets, Steelers. Thought they had a good QB, but they actually don't. Be your Chargers, your Patriots, and your Broncos. And then the rest is the rest, with Caleb Williams watch being your Chicago Bears, your Raiders, your Giants, Packers, Cardinals, and then not Caleb Williams watch the perennial team that's always here, Carolina Panthers.
The one and only.
So that'll be your tier list going in
Boom.
to week 9. And We'll go through some college picks real quick, then we'll take a quick look at the model. Remember, you can also find the model on shaving-points.com. Subscribe to the website, be sent straight to you. You get NFL model, college basketball model, any model that comes out, you will get sent straight to your email. And it's free to subscribe at shaving-points.com.
Do it.
All right, you want to go to college real quick? I'll go through mine real fast. All right, sicko bet here, but I mean, you have future Heisman winner Michael Penix going against current Heisman champion Caleb Williams. Washington's defense is decent, but USC's defense is historically bad. I'm taking over 76.5 here. I think Washington could score 50. So you're telling me Caleb Williams only has to score 27. I'll take that all day. Next up, I have Bama -3 versus LSU. They lost LSU last year in Baton Rouge. Nick Saban doesn't lose to anybody back-to-back years. Give me Bama -3 in the spot at home. Bryant Denny versus LSU. Next up, I have Arizona. The Arizona Wildcats. Very sneakily, just a frisky, solid team out there playing in the Pac-12, playing against UCLA this week. UCLA is a solid team. Give me Arizona +3 in this spot. I like the way they've been playing ball. And then my last bet is our sweet Bedlam game. One of the best games in the Big 12 all year, every year. So much fun. I think the cheese is certainly not off the cracker there for OU. OK State feels kind of slighted that OU didn't want to play them going forward. Texas signed a contract with Texas Tech. I think 6-year contract. Can you continue playing after year? OU didn't want to do it for OK State. OK State feels slighted. OK State's at home. Big Brother's leaving the state. Give me OK State +6 for the last Bedlam we're probably going to see for at least a decade.
Would you say that the Sooners poked the Cowboys?
Yep. And Cal poked them.
All right. Looking at mine, I got Mizzou going to Georgia. Give me Mizzou +16.5. Two teams. I mean, so Mizzou has covered 71% of the time this year. Georgia has failed to cover 64% of the time. I don't think this Georgia team is as good as they have been. I've said it on multiple shows previously, and I still feel that way. So Mizzou +16.5. Jay says don't take it. I'm taking it. You make your own decision. But
this is where Georgia kind of turns it on. They turned it on last week, and I think they're about to start rolling.
Maybe they are, but you know what? I need to see it more to believe it. And
Mizzou almost won outright last year, so I could be completely wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see this Georgia team being the world beaters that they have been the last few years. I could very well be wrong, but I just don't think they are. Next up, I got Auburn going to Vanderbilt. Auburn has gone over 43% of the time, but Vanderbilt has gone over 89% of the time this year, all but one 89%. Game. Give me the over 49.5. I don't care that Auburn sucks on offense. I just think everyone's going over against Vandy. Vandy's actually scoring some points this year too. Yep. Like, I think this is an easy over 49.5. Next up, Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish going to Clemson, taking on the Tigers. Give me Notre Dame -2.5. Notre Dame.
You think Clemson's gonna go 4-5?
Yeah, I do.
Did you see the Dabo Swinney rant the other day?
You sent it to me. I did not remember to watch it the next morning, though.
Oh, dude, you got to watch it. It's like 10 minutes long. It's so incredible.
That's why I didn't watch it. I was like, I'm about to go to bed. I'll watch it in the morning, and then I forgot.
Yeah.
But
watch it after this.
Notre Dame's covered 69% of the time this year. Clemson has failed to cover 71% of their games this year.
Yeah, it's not a good Clemson team.
Yeah. BYU going to West Virginia. BYU has gone over 63% of the time. West Virginia's gone over 63% of the time, over 51.5. I watched a few West Virginia games this year. I really like how feisty their defense is, but they have a knack for giving up the big play, which is kind of I really like that over. Houston going to Baylor, really far from Houston to Waco. Give me Houston +4.5. I think these are two bad teams, more than a field goal.
Yeah.
I think that's too big. Houston's covered 50% of the time. Baylor's failed to cover 64% of the time.
You could take either team in that game, and I wouldn't blame you.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's highly variable. Give me the dog in it. Arkansas at Florida. Arkansas has gone over 57% of the time this year. Florida over 57% of the time. Give me over 48.5.
I like it.
And just for reference on the year, Jay is up 8.3 units on college ball this year. And as of this week, we have a new first place. We'll see if I can hold it for more than a week. Plus 8.4 units. Just inched ahead by a tenth of a unit.
I didn't take USC last week. I should have taken USC last week.
But so we've been crushing it on college ball this year at the entire show. And NFL's catching up. I got back to only down 4 units this year after a 5-1 week last week. Jay down 7.8, but
not a great week.
Big one's coming. Big one's coming this week.
Hey, I got a 3-unit play this week. We good?
Yep. Big one's coming. And the model even struggled last week still. Was down a unit last week, down to minus 4.5 on the season now. History says the tide will turn on the model, and it'll turn hard. We'll see if it's this week.
So speaking of the model, you want to get into it real quick, kind of go over a little bit, then everybody knows where to find it, Chevy-Points.com.
There it is. So model's actually light this week. It's only got 8 bets, 8 picks this week,
but high percentage on them. So it likes the under in the Thursday night game, which I have the over in. So
model's
not
11
looking great for me
this year.
Not looking great for me there. It likes Miami money line, or no, I guess Miami plus 2.5 according to this.
Yeah.
Likes the under in Tampa, Houston of 40.
Yep.
Kind of like that one a little bit. Washington, New England. It likes Washington to, what is that, cover plus 3.5 or minus 3.5?
Plus 3.5. The spread is always for the home team. So
okay. So yeah, I like that one too. I almost took it. And then it likes Indy to cover minus 2.5. Likes that one a lot. And then he likes the under Giants Raiders 37.5. And then so the model just hates my picks this week because it also likes Buffalo 80% confidence at minus 1.5.
So where the model always makes its money is on unders. If I'm being completely transparent, like the against the spread is more hit or miss, but the unders are really where it tends to kill it.
Well, what does it say? Dolphins Chiefs. Where's Dolphins Chiefs?
Second one from the top.
It likes the under at a 55%.
So that's weak.
Under. That is very weak.
The only picks there are model picks are over 70% probability.
Yeah.
Like if it's in the 60s, it's weak. If it's in the 50s, it's extremely weak.
Hell yeah. I love it. So yeah, I picked some good ones this week according to the model.
Shaving-points.com. All your wildest dreams come true.
Dallas, Philly. Oh, I was gonna see what it said on Dallas, Philly real quick.
Oh, my bad.
No, you're good.
Up there. And we're back.
So, it likes Dallas 60%. That makes me feel a little bit better.
Yeah, it's leaning towards Dallas.
That's a lane. Lean with it. Rock with it. Dallas Cowboys. 3 units. We coming back. We're gonna dig ourselves out of this hole, little by little.
Hey, I mean they're in first if they win this game, aren't they?
Probably, because I think they'll have the same record as the Eagles with a heads-up win. So neither team's lost in the division yet. So
if you send me some Cowboys gear, maybe I'll wear it around Philly.
Don't make me do that. I don't want to get you killed.
Yeah, by maybe I mean I won't.
Perfect. Well, that'll be it for this week. Congratulations on getting Montez Sweat. Congratulations on signing T. Higgins. Congratulations on getting Caleb Williams. Congratulations on getting Marvin Harrison Jr. Congratulations on going out and finding an incredible running back in the second round. And the 2024 Chicago Bears are
Back.
a 10-7 team.
We'll see. We'll see. Possible, but not
10-7's
probable
good.
with a rookie quarterback. I mean, I'll take anything over 6 wins with a rookie quarterback.
10-7 is good.
10-7 is good.
Yeah, you'll get 10-7. Caleb
Rookie
Williams,
quarterbacks, I don't know if they are good though.
6-11 if you go Drake May.
Yes, anywhere 6 to 8 wins is expectation for a rookie, I think.
For Drake May, for sure. Shout out my cousin.
Yeah, that's your boy.
All right, well, that's going to be it for this week. Remember to check out the model on the website. Check out the Twitter at Shaven Point
_points _ pod.
_ pod. Where we'll give up any updates that we change will be on the X and on the website.
Let's just call it Twitter.
On the
I'm
X.
not here for the X.
Yeah, go check out all the X videos on X. All the X videos we put up every day. So they'll be there.
They might get blocked because they're 2X.
2X for X. But all right, that'll do it for this week. And don't sleep on them Texans, boy.
Don't
Still
do
could be
it.
a playoff team. CJ Stroud and the boys.
All right, adios.
You play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game. You don't play to just play it.